Yo, what is going on guys, Houndish here, and today I'm going to be doing a PvP gameplay and review of the Reflection Sum Adept, which is the Trials of Osiris Pulse Rifle. So I managed to pick this thing up just yesterday, and it's a very nice PvP Pulse Rifle, and I'm glad I actually got it because it's the gun I wanted the most really out of Trials in the Taken King. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video as always, and we will start with the perks right here. So we have Quick Draw IS, which is really pretty basic standard kind of iron sight style thing, very reliable, pretty similar to what we had on the Messenger as well. And then we have Red Dot ORA2, which is kind of an improved optic sight with a T dot sight, which is pretty nice, so that's nice to have on there. And then the ranged lens, which I don't tend to use myself very much, but some people do, so it's nice that it's there for that extra long range kind of use. And then we have Army of One, unassisted kills with this weapon, reduce grenade and melee cooldown. Interesting perk for PvP. Obviously these perks can be different, you can get Headseeker here and other things as well. Be interesting for Trials. I'm not sure how many times I get entirely unassisted kills with my primary, but it would be good to have, you know, more grenades, more melee cooldown, so that's a pretty interesting one for PvP. Then we have Speed Reload, which is always good, up that reload speed. Injection Mold, which is what I'm using for more stability, faster handling, slightly at the expense of range, which is not too bad on this thing anyway. And then we have Appended Magazine, which does up your magazine to 33, and you get your range back at the expense of a little bit of that stability. Then it has Third Eye, which I'm quite glad to have on here actually. I don't mind Third Eye, despite what some people say. I find it quite nice in PvP. So how does this thing handle in the Crucible? Well, it's a very, very good, very solid pulse rifle. It fits into the archetype of the No One's Mercy, Red Death, No Time to Explain. Very similar base stats that all of those pulse rifles had. So I was kind of curious as to whether we would get a really strong, you know, easy two-burst variety of pulse rifle like the Messenger. I'm kind of glad we haven't, because, you know, I think that would be a bit brutal in the current meta. I mean, pulse rifles are already strong enough, so that would be pretty crazy. But it's interesting that it has, you know, very similar stats to all these other pulse rifles we're seeing right now. Obviously Bungie have tried, you know, fairly hard to get these things pretty balanced, so that is cool either way. So damage wise, it does 22 to the body and 32 crit, so again very much sitting in that same archetype as the other pulse rifles I'd mentioned. It's not as much of a laser beam obviously as you would have with like No One's Mercy, because it has statistically lower stability, but I find it's actually pretty nice because it has a decent recoil pattern. It's more or less mostly vertical recoil, particularly on this iron sight that I'm using, which I do like, because I found some of the weapons in the Taken King, like the Hake pulse rifles, have this kind of horizontal recoil that you get, and it's a little bit artificial to me. It's kind of hard to control, but it's also, you know, sort of somewhat artificial. So it's cool that this thing handles so nicely, and the recoil feels pretty similar to like Red Death, even though statistically it isn't anything like Red Death's recoil or stability stats in general. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this pulse rifle, and like I said, it's good to have more legendary pulse rifles, because really I was finding myself sticking with No One's Mercy pretty much all the time, but I'm definitely going to be using this pulse rifle a lot more in PvP and in Trials of Osiris as well, because it handles like an absolute beast. Another really great thing about this pulse rifle is the reload speed. The reload speed as stock is actually pretty decent. Like if you see when I'm reloading the gun right here, with pulse rifle reload bonuses, this thing would be really, really nice for reloading. It'd be pretty rapid, kind of interesting as well, because it doesn't have Outlaw as a perk, but obviously it would, that's one thing I enjoy about No One's Mercy when I get a headshot, is you get that really quick reload, but the reload on this is really great as standard. So anyway guys, that is my kind of overall impressions of this thing. I'm really, really enjoying it in PvP. It's kind of very similar to other pulse rifles, but I probably choose this one over those as much as possible anyway, just because it's a Trials pulse rifle and it's really damn awesome to have, and why not flaunt it if you've got it. So anyway guys, if you have enjoyed the video, drop me a like down below and comment. Let me know if you picked this gun up or any other awesome Trials weapons this week in the Taken King's Trials of Osiris. And if you are new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button to see a lot more Destiny content as well. But for now, you guys have a great week, and I will catch you very soon. Peace out.